Welcome back. Welcome back to Strat Month. I can't tell you how welcome you are, how humbled I am that you would offer me the courtesy of your time as I talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, guitars, in particular, the Stratocaster. Our Strat Month's in full force right now, folks. And today I'm not going to really focus too much on the Fender Stratocaster. I'm going to talk about the legacy of the Stratocaster, because no other guitar has been more copied, more duplicated, more ripped off than the Fender Stratocaster. And Bobby G, man, he's right with you, rip-offers, man. I love to parts cast them. I love to build them. And I love fantasy models, and I love, you know what I mean, tributes like the Kramer Pacer Imperial, one of my favorite guitars. So last week we left on the table, we built a guitar for my dear primo Jorge, man. We left a beautiful 1.5 real thin line Affinity body on the table, man. A nice body. And I was thinking maybe I could build myself like a lightweight fantasy model. You know, put a weird no name on it, man. Put some interesting sort of, build my own electronics, man. My own weird pickup. Something that catches the eye like, ooh, that's unusual. That's so unusual. That's the whole thing about like guitars, you know what I mean? Catch your eye. Something unusual about them, man. I like to build an unusual fantasy model. So I got the body on the slab back there, kind of marked out. You know, I want to put some humbuckers in it. I'm thinking it out of my mind. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'm doing that. Maybe I'll put, you know what I mean, lipstick in it. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know what I'm going to do. We got to refinish that thing, as I was saying last week. It's got to be painted, you know, the body, because it's got some chips on it, man. So that's some little Bondo work on it. You know what I mean? A little bit of work. So I'm going to flip you around. We'll take a look. It's a work in progress, folks. You know what I mean? But by the end of this episode, I'm going to have a nice fantasy model in front of you guys. I think it would be nice for the people. I think you're going to like it. So I'm going to flip you down, and we'll look at the work in progress, shall we? I don't really know if this was actually a purple Hello Kitty, man. At the very least, it was a purple, you know what I mean, Affinity. You can see it scratched down to primer that's on top of that purple. We're going to want to Bondo that up, bring it up to speed with some filler primer. But just these areas, you know what I mean? There's a couple little, you know what I'm saying, little nicks and stuff we want to bring, you know what I mean, into peacefulness. We're going to want to wash this with soap and water, man. No furniture polish, nothing, man, because we're about to paint it. You know what I'm saying, people, man? A gorgeous day to be alive. So we got the Bondo. We did a real loose, sloppy stool. You know what I mean? Got that. All those crevices all crevassed, man. You know what I'm saying? All the little, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to sand it. We're going to let it out in this beautiful, glorious sun for a couple hours, man. And then we'll bring it inside tomorrow morning. We're going to sand it down. All sanded, man. We're ready for the next step. That next step is a light coat of our friend Filer primer. See you on the flip. Smooth as it's going to be. This is what we call the swimming pool with jacuzzi route, man. Take a good look at that purple, man. See that little vestige? Anyway, man. A little bit overzealous with the primer, but it's flat, man. We had to do a lot of work down here because it was really jacked up. So the next step, man, got this, man. It's a can, man. Ooh, sounds like there's something inside there, man. What is that, man? It's like a shake it up, man. Shake it up, man. So anyway, we're going to use this lacquer. We're to totally get this guy back to black, man. So I'll see you when we're totally back in the black, man. Back contigo. Now for the last few coats, you're going to want to lay it down horizontal, you know, down flat. I mean, we pretty much got it. We want that worn in lacquer look. You know what I mean? So we're going to let it bake out here in the sun. I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, not too long. It's that hot sun, you know what I mean? It's just that black finish. It'll bubble up, man. Bubble up. Give it about a, you know, half hour, 45 bake. Put it in the cool basement. 4 days, man. 4 days minimum. 4 days to a week. You know what I'm saying? Lacquer, you gotta be slacker, man. Alrighty, people. So we've had this guy hanging here on the hook, just sort of drying out. over the past like 2 weeks. Just chilling in the basement, man. Nice cool basement. It's been so hot outside, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it like a nice, you know what I mean, little wet sand and steel woolen. You know what I mean? Get it ready for the people. Let's get you ready for the people. Huh? Oh yes, yes. It's very nice and shiny. Very nice and shiny. We got it wet sanded. We got it rubbed. We got it polished. We got it waxed, man. It's nice for the people, man. Officially nice for the people, man. So I've had this guy sitting around, you know what I mean, hanging around my shop here for about 10 months. I started this in the summertime. When I, you know what I mean, of course, started the Hello Kitty guitar for Jorge. So now it's time to finish it out. Now I said in the intro, you know what I mean, especially here for Strat month, that I wanted to build like a fantasy model, man. Like a bizarre fantasy model. Now, first thing I got here out of my pile is this Fullerton neck, man. I never even really heard of Fullerton, man. I have no idea anything about Fullerton. You know what I'm saying? And not many people do. Because I look at guitars day and night, man. You know what I'm saying? I know nothing about Fullerton, so that's cool, man. Nobody will have any idea about Fullerton either. I'm like, wow, what is that, man? I've never seen a Fullerton before. So let's put a weird, you know, electronic configuration in there, man. I got this pick guard, I don't know, $4 or $5, plus maybe like $3 or $4 shipping. Took a long time to get here through the pandemic, man, but it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's got 2 knobs, a switch, 2 humbuckers. I had this set of humbuckers in the drawer. I don't know where they came from. You know what I mean? They read very well. They look like they got the right reading. Look like they're going to be nice sounding pickups. So what I'm going to do, I actually have these toaster covers, like Rickenbacker style toaster covers, and they go right over, you know what I mean, a humbucker. And it looks, you know what I mean, people are like, wow, what a weird looking pickup that is, man. You know what I mean? People comment on it, you know what I mean? They'll be like, wow, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stick them through here. You know what I'm saying? I might have to widen these out just a tiny bit because it was a very tight fit. And I'm going to use Telecaster knobs. Telecaster switch. I'm going to get a 3-way switch in here. Wired up Telecaster style. You know what I mean? 2 pickups. You know what I'm saying? And we'll do that right now. So let's do the electronics first. You know what I mean? And then we'll talk about this old neck. You know what I mean? And we'll get this guy off the paint stick, man, and make him proud. See you in a few moments, my momentary friends. Work on these electronicals, man. So the first thing, you know, I want to talk about, we're going to do with the modern Telecaster, man. You know what I'm saying? Volume, tone. We're going to make moderations, though, for the humbuckers. You know what I mean? In that, you know what I mean? In that equation there, you know what I mean? The pot values and the cat values. So, let's talk turkey, people. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to use 500K pots because these are humbuckers, man. These are just both audio taper, you know what I mean? A pots, 500. They're the long necks, man. You know what I mean? I only have long necks on hand. I'm not going to go get the short necks. So I'm going to put some booster seats, you know what I mean? I'm going to use this little guy closest to the pot and then a big guy back. Only reason because I have a lot of the big guys, only a couple of these little guys, and I might need to put like 3 or 4, man. I'll have to check it out, man. I just want a little nub coming up, you know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm trying to express to you people? Anyway, that being said, let's talk about 3-way switch, man. Got that here. You know what I mean? That's the last one in from China, man. Take a very long time. Actually, I had to order from this friend of mine. He's kind of like internet, you know what I mean? Supplier, you know what I mean? He used to be in Staten Island. We get it in a day. Instead, man, you know what I mean? It took forever. He moved to Florida, then there was a huge snowstorm, man, and it disappeared, man. It took like a month, man. This is the last piece, man. We've just been sort of like in suspense since this piece came. You're here. Wonder when that Chinese part will come. Someday, over the rainbow. We're going to use 22 caps, man. 22 caps. These are little tiny guys. Anyway, I finished turning up, but they're good, man. I love these. I love the small stuff, man. This micro is very small. Very small. Let's talk about the pickups, man. I don't know. I think I might have expressed myself about this. The toaster covers. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to get a file You know what I mean? To put them through. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what I mean? File the tops off maybe a little tiny bit. You know what I mean? Just to get them totally squeezed through. I'm gonna find some nice screws. You know what I mean? Find some nice screws. And what I'm gonna do now, a lot of people, they like to wax pot it. You know what I mean? Like dip it in wax, but just sit in here and dip it in wax so it doesn't, you know, vibrate around in the cover. That's not what I like to do, man. They put wax in it and all this kind of stuff, man. You know, wax. Oh, it's not gonna move around now. I can jump around the stage, man. I don't know, man. And then what they also do is they solder, you know, right here. They put globs of solder here. So, you mean, trying to get into that pickup again, it's like kind of a pain in the ass, man. Trying to heat up old solder, you know what I mean? Don't believe the hype, man. That shit ain't as easy as it fucking looks, man. You see these videos on there, that's not that easy, man. There's lots of cursing going on, man. And even people with good solder and fucking gear, man. You know what I mean? It's fucking a pain in the ass to open these sometimes, man. Admit it, man. Admit it, Luthers. All my fellow fucking bootleg Luthers. So anyway, man, what I'm going to do, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, man. I'm gonna get the old fucking glue gun, man. I'm gonna get the old fucking glue gun, right? I'm gonna run a bead of glue real tender right down this joint in the middle. Right down that joint in the middle, real clean. Just push this guy in real fast while it's still wet, you know what I mean? And push it all the way to the surface real tight and push that as hard as I can like a fucking strong He-Man, you know what I mean? And if it's fucked up, it's totally reversible. You know what I'm saying, man? Other than I have to get my soldering done, fucking my candles and shit. The fucking St. Hanukkah. You know what I mean? Inviting candles in the basement, man. Listen to me, man. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm going to see you when these electronics are ready, steady, go. And that should be right fucking now. Here's the Tronicals. Not too purty from the back side, but from the front. Get the wire going out to the jack, the wire, the ground going to the trim, everything. Use real thick wire, you know what I'm saying? Thick stuff. Got everything correct, man. You know what I'm saying? Correct. So let's wire this into the body. Make sure everything fits. You know what I'm saying? Hook up to the jack. Let's get jacked. Let's see if it works. Bring it over to the amp. I'll see once we're in the body. Not screwed in, but just soldered in. The electronics work fully in the tap test. Very good, man. Stuck the neck in there so we can, you know what I mean? Give it a good position. So let's screw this fucking thing down, man. Let's screw it down, people. Peace. So we got, you know what I mean, a couple anchor screws in this guy. So let's give some love to this neck. Let's do a nice fret job on it and clean it, man. Look how dirty this thing is, man. Look how filthy that is, man. Filthy fools. And the finger in this fucker. Let's clean it up, man. Make it proud. So we got it all fretted up, man. And we greased it up with mineral oil. And we just did a nice job. You know what I'm saying? This guitar is all about special attention to detail. So, while we let this guy, you know what I mean, soak in his grease, let's glue the nut in. Now, I went in the drawer, found a couple nuts, found two of them that match. One's a bone nut, and one's a plastic nut. And you know what? Plastic one actually looks nicer, I think. It's cleaner. You know what I'm saying? So let's clamp that guy in there, let him clamp. Clamp and soak the grease. See in a moment. Let that clamp, right? Let that clamp, let that grease. Let's do something else. Let's jazz up these tuning pegs, man. These are the tuning pegs that neck originally had. These are the shallow rip-offs. These tuning pegs are on every guitar. You know what I mean? Nothing special about them. You know what I'm saying? Regular run-of-the-mill tuning pegs. I did purchase this though, man. You know, it took a little while from China, but it came. Instead of the actual buttons, you know what I mean? It has all the little black screws and washers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look at these guys. It looks like I can just, you know what I'm saying, unscrew this, put put this guy right on. You know what I'm saying? No big whoop. So let's do that. Let's set these little tuning pegs up while it's all greasing up, man. And then when we're done, we'll put them on here, man. And I'll show you what it looks like. Peace be with you. So I ended up using the, chrome color screws after all. Even though there's nothing wrong with the black ones. Just didn't really pop, you know what I mean? I did use the black washers. Hey, they gave me an extra one. So likewise, I'll keep these little screws, you know what I mean? Jazz up another project, stick them through a chrome button like this. We got a party going on. So this thing's still seeping and drying. You know what I mean? Let's turn our attention over here to the bridge. This bridge is very, very light. I pulled it off of a no-name. I think it was a Galari, actually. It weighs exactly. Look at that, exactly 3 ounces. And it's 10 ounces on the big block, or 12 ounces on the big block, something like that. 13 ounces, something like that. 14 ounces, I forget, man. It's a Mary Kay video. Got some nondescript, Squire saddles, I guess. Starcaster, something like that. Some screws, man. Let's set this guy up, man. Set this guy up. You know what I mean? And then we'll set him up over here. Step by step, people. Step by step. That's the way it's done, son. There's a little gap. We're okay with that, though, man. No big deal. So let's put all the rest of these screws in. Let's put these screws in. You know what I mean? I'll talk to you after we're done doing that. Peace to you. There you go, man. So it looks great. So we sunk all the other screws as well. You can see here, there's no screw here. Hey, man, just screwed up. It's because if you look real carefully, you know what I mean? There's just a hole there. You know, that's the cavity. This is the other screw. So anyway, we're going to kind of dumb that up. We're just going to take our handy little glue gun, just stick some glue in there. And then just stick one of these guys in there. It'll stay. Trust me, it'll stay. Nobody will know. Just hope I remember that if I ever have to open this cavity again. Oh, he is. And none the wiser neither. None the wiser neither. Alright. We got to do these trim springs. You know what I mean? This is a fresh lacquered body. You know what I mean? It's always like, oh no. So the tool you're going to want to look for, my friends, is this thing, man. Walk it back, man. Walk it back. Awesome. It's awesome, man. Let's put those springs on there, sonny. I'm telling you. Godsend. Works every time. No scratches. Looks nice. Looks nice. Looks nice. Looks nice. Alright, so let's just wait for that neck. You know what I mean? That's almost soaked in. Actually, I'm going to go wipe it off right now. What's the delay? So it looks great. Looks clean. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that, man. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Special. Special. Let's talk about oddball things. I found this black oxide. I don't know what they call it. Black neck plate. Some screws. Let's screw this neck on, man. Screw the neck on, man. Let's do it. Let's not be afraid. See you on the other side. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Beautiful thing to finally join together with the band. So, yeah. Home stretch. Let's put the knobs on. Now I got these 2 knobs here. Push-ons. They're a little bit smaller than regular Telecaster knobs. But we'll just slip them on. Like gloves. Look at that. Oh. You know, we'll put a regular Telecaster. You know what I'm saying? Switch tip. Hey man, get on there. There we go. Sorry about that, people. Momentary lapse of reasonage. Now, for the strap buttons, I got these. You know, it's all about weird pieces. These mushroom buttons, man. Just weird, you know what I mean? You don't see these on too many guitars. Let's put them on, man. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Got some light gauge strings. Let's put them on there, man. Some 9s, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep with the lightweight. You know what I mean? Light body, sleek aspect. Look how beautiful that guitar is. My God. Oh! Alright, so we got the strings on. The last 4 strings. The little guys. Kind of, very loose. That's because at this point, I generally like to put on the string trees. Now, I've been talking all along this build about the interesting, weird oddball pieces kind of make the guitar sometimes. Got these, you know what I mean? Little round guys. Kind of close and knockoffs, but not really. A little bit different. Got a bunch of them a while back. I like the round ones, man. I do like the round ones. Let's put them on. Finish this string installation. Alright, all strung up. The action's good. Did the intonation. Feels great, man. Oh, feels great, man. So one last step before we go into our glamour shots, people. Need a trim cover. Now a couple years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, needed some trim plates made. You know what I mean? I wanted them in white. A certain, specification I wanted. And, I went to a guy that pretty much ran the Chinese choir factory at the time. I figured this guy's got the best equipment to make Fender trim plates, right? I said I want them made out of white plastic. You know what I'm saying? So I get them in the mail. They're made out of wood. What? What the fuck? And they emailed me. He's like, they're very good. You know what I mean? I was like, this isn't what I wanted, I didn't want to talk about it, So, since I used PayPal to buy it, there's a, with eBay and PayPal, there's like a little, way you can claim, you know what I'm saying? Fraud or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I filed a claim against this dude. I sent the emails and everything. So, you didn't buy it through eBay. You know what I mean? So we're not going to cover you at all. I'm like, well, you motherfucker. So I lost the whole PayPal thing. It's like, motherfucker. So I emailed the dude after I lost. You know what I mean? I was like, I did a lot of business with you. You know what I'm saying? Bought a lot of shit off you over the years, And he emailed me back. And he said, I just honestly didn't have no white plastic, to make 3 trim covers. I have to order a lot of white plastic. I'm going to have some in 3 months. I have a big order coming in. I promise you I'll make it. You know what I mean? You didn't have to. You didn't have to do that. 4 or 5 months later, I almost forgot about it. Package comes in the mail. 3 beautiful white trim plates. So this was a freebie. It's made out of some nice wood. Let's put it on there. Blah, 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 blah. Glam shots. Glam shot Strat time. Here it is, folks. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to even say nothing. This guitar is a beautiful, beautiful instrument. Certainly my favorite. You know what I'm saying? But I've built it a long time. I can't stop playing it, man. It's just gorgeous. It's got the most beautiful. It's heavy, but it's got like I don't know, like a small soul, man. I still don't have any idea anything about Fullerton. Haven't even looked it up, man. Have not even looked it up. You know what I'm saying? Not even curious. Got the bizarre accoutrements of the back. You know what I'm saying? Them special black tuners. Hey, man. Strat month just keeps getting better and better, people. Just keeps getting on better and better and better and better. Getting on great, man. So, let's hear this fucking thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring it over to our esteemed judge, man. First, we gotta weigh it in. And after that, we can say, look after yourself, peace be with you. Look after yourself, peace be with you. Look after yourself. How she looks, man. Despite being like a 1.5 Squire body, man, it's a 7.5 pound guitar. You know what I'm saying? That's those pickup covers. I don't know what the hell, man. Got some secret weight. This thing is a Fullerton neck, right? Affinity body. All parts cast, you know what I mean? Everything else. Everything else parts cast, folks. Let's hear it. The Fullerton Fantasy Models reaches the hand of the great master. Let's see what it sounds like. Open that motherfucker up. Sounds gorgeous. Hey, folks. Thank you so much for staying in tune with us, man. We'll see you guys next week. And we'll definitely keep looking after you while you look after us. Peace be with you.